Hi, this is Candace from Speech 120, and I'm about to do my speech. And here are my participants. Boop. Okay. And back to me. I remember it like it was yesterday, May 16th, 2016. It was 2 weeks after giving birth to my daughter. And I heard all these horror stories about when you bring your daughter home, and I thought they were just exaggerations. But boy, was I wrong. We had just come home from being in the hospital for 3 days. My daughter had jaundice, which was when it's too much beryllium in your blood. It can cause yellow eyes, yellow skin discoloration, and it's not good. She had to be in an incubator with a light shining down on her, and it didn't help that she was breastfed. So you can imagine how I was up all night from her crying. Plus, she was getting poked by the needles. So when we finally got home, it was bliss. It was 2 weeks of pure bliss. She slept, she ate, everything was great until all hell hit the fan. I mean, she started crying uncontrollably. She wanted no one but me. Nothing can console her. It was hard. It was devastating. Uh, can you imagine a baby on your hip, showering, cooking, cleaning, everywhere, and crying the whole time? I felt like lost. I felt like I had just given birth to someone I didn't know. It was nothing like my previous pregnancy. It was new. Finally, after coming home, because I was on disability, I took I took some extra time, because it was not enough. It was too much. And I began to spiral into this dark space. I felt alone. I felt like no one was there and no one could help me. There was no one who would watch her. There was no one who she would go to. There was only me. I remember crying uncontrollably, just like my daughter. I remember having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. I remember I remember I remember crying myself to sleep, just as she did. And then one day I broke. I broke down. And I felt like I was not in control anymore. And I researched and I found therapy, and I found that there were other mothers like me out there. And I connected with these mothers, and I allowed these mothers to come into my life to help me, to get me out of this sinkhole, this dark sinkhole of depression. Now, with therapy and help from other mothers, I now realize that it was postpartum depression. But at the same time, it was deeper than that. It started as postpartum depression, but it transferred into straight depression, along with anxiety, along with other mental illness that can possibly happen. So I take vacation. I sleep well. I go to breakfast. I light candles. I do whatever I need to do to practice self-care, because I've figured out that when you treat yourself like you matter, everything you are all right. Thank you.